So I grew up in a Christian home and going to church, having prayer in the evening with the family. I even got baptised at a young age. But when I look back, it was never really authentic. It was religion and legalism. It wasn't a relationship with God. And as a person, I was very competitive and really struggled with comparison. In my late teens to early 20s, I started going out a lot and drinking, partying. I'd set my own moral standard really, and that was okay. I wasn't hurting anyone. I had no idea where this lifestyle was going to lead to. On the outside, I had a good job in London. I had a very active social life. I had disposable income. I went on nice holidays, but I was just inside, just these feelings of insecurity and comparison were just basically ruling my behaviour and who I was. And it all came to a head around 22, 23. I met a guy on a night out and started a relationship with him. At the beginning, it was very on and off, and it wasn't until I was around 23 when, at a time when we were on, he was trying to leave the life that he had lived. He'd lived a very worldly life, and he was deciding to make a hobby a business venture. And so he asked me if I wanted to invest, and I wanted that type of lifestyle of nice things, and I thought actually this could work out for me. So I took out a loan and I gave him the money, and about a month or two later he came to me and basically told me that all the money was gone. And I was devastated about it, and didn't really know what to do, hadn't really told many people about it. But then he told me that there was an opportunity if I put in the same amount to get it all back. And so, stupidly, that's exactly what I did. I took out another loan, the same amount, and gave it to him. And you've probably guessed that the same thing happened again. At the time, my job was making redundancies, so I thought, okay, if I take the redundancy, it will pay off the majority of that debt that I was in. And so I did that, but then I just didn't cut him off. My self-esteem was just so low at that point, and deep down I believed that at some point I would surely get that money back, and that's what he would say to me. And so then I just entered this cycle over 3 years of just taking out loans, taking out money on credit cards, and giving it to him. Before I knew it, 3 years had gone by, and accumulatively I had lent him between £30,000 to £35,000. So everything was just an absolute mess. I didn't know what to do. Not many people knew about it. I used to wake up thinking about it. I used to go to sleep thinking about it. It was just a desperate situation, and at that point I started to remember God and bargain with him really, and say, if you would miraculously just get rid of this debt, I'll turn my life around, I'll come back to you. It was at that point that my friend invited me to the church that she was attending at the time, and so I went, and they were sharing testimonies, and I just felt this burning desire inside me that I needed to share my story. So before I knew it, I was up at the front in floods of tears, basically just confessing to a congregation of people I'd never met about the mess I was in. And then at that point, the pastor came up, and he just started to pray for me. And as he was quoting, he spoke the words from Joel 2:25, and that was, I will restore the years to you that the swarming locusts have eaten. And at that point, I just, even though I was so far from God, I just knew that He was making a promise to me. And so peace entered the situation, even though the mess was still there. Things just started to change from then, and I just woke up to the fact that this guy was never going to give me this money back, which before I just couldn't come to terms with how someone could do that to someone. But once I'd accepted that, I was able to move on, and just still in all this debt. It actually took me 7 years to pay off the debt, and although at the time I really wanted God to just get rid of it all, because it was, a really stressful thing to go through, I just so feel that throughout that he just loved me through it, and he just started to change thought patterns that had just imprisoned me, and really started to help me to see who I am in Christ. So even though it was a long process of paying it all back, I really feel that God just used that time to just deepen my relationship with Him. Now today I'm debt free. I'm married. I have 2 beautiful children, and I'm just so grateful. Even though sometimes I struggle with those thoughts of comparison, I just feel that it's becoming less, and God has just placed me in a church. I was actually baptised 7 years ago on Easter Sunday, and just knowing and becoming friends with people in the church, I just feel like God's just placed so many good people around me to just speak into my life and just really affirm how God sees me and how He feels about me. And I no longer see God as judge. I see Him